Okay, good evening. Yes, my name is Simon Lague. I've been working predominantly in pig and chicken industry for the last 10 years. More recently, we have been working on cattle and also insects, but I won't go into those today. You'll see the name Plus over a lot of the slides. That's the company I work for, based, as I say, in the south of the Netherlands. Founded in 2003. Today we employ about 30 people, and we're basically an innovation center for one of the larger corporations called Big Dutchman. So Big Dutchman have a presence globally. They provide technology for farming systems, again, predominantly pig and chicken. We run our own production out of the south of the Netherlands, and to date, we've installed about 4,000 environmental systems to basically improve emission output and energy recovery in farming. We made a shift about 2.5 years ago. One of the reasons I moved to Plus was because the move to the global market. So historically, we've functioned mainly within our home market in Germany, but now we've broadened the net with our parent company into the global market. And so my focus today is mainly Europe and Asia, but I also get involved in continents such as Russia and Canada in North America. So saying all of that, Ed asked a couple of questions of me. Could I answer these? So what I've done is I've focused the presentation around these two questions, tried to answer those, and at the same time give you a little bit of education of what the technologies are out there that can address this. So Ed asked, can you please make it clear to us what the overall detrimental effects of animal farming are, which I will do. And the other question was, how fast can his technological methods be rolled out at scale? This was quite an interesting question because you'll see that when I explain how we address this problem today, when we consider the targets that are being set, not only on this industry, but basically in terms of environmental improvement, the way we're doing it today perhaps won't get us to where we need to be in the next 10 years. So I'll explain a little bit about that as well. Detrimental effects quickly of animal farming. Probably we're quite aware of this. The carbon load from the use of natural resources, namely feed. I will show you a couple of slides on why it is so. Pollution through farm emissions. So, the farms that we're building today, in the UK, a typical chicken farm, a house will have something like 50,000 chickens in it. A pig house will probably have something between 1,000 and 2,000 pigs. The by side of that production is that a lot of emissions are created and ultimately pushed out the end of the house. And probably not pertaining to this presentation, but of course, in our quest to feed the world, we also carry out a lot of deforestation, namely in Latin America. But that's probably a discussion for more when we're talking about cattle farming and the use of resources and sort of the production of maybe soya, etc. How fast can the technology be rolled out? Again, I'll probably best if I cover that in a minute, but what I'm going to do is kind of imply that, the targets that are being set at the moment are around a 16% reduction in emissions within the next 10 years, right? And to do that, we can take two approaches. We can carry on addressing the problem in terms of how we scale out or replace production, or we look at it in a slightly different way where we address emissions perhaps at a lower scale across a broader set of farming. Anyway,